But we're jumping in to game number 4 between TheViper and TaToH. We have TaToH up currently 2-1 over TheViper. Definitely a surprise. But TaToH's been playing very well, and Viper's definitely had some questionable decisions throughout the series. After a strong game 1, TaToH definitely on the comeback. You gonna see your beloved imams? Yeah, possibly. But yeah, spawning here on the back foot for sure is TheViper as the yellow Mayans in the north of the map. And in the south of the map, we have TaToH as the blue Saracens. Ahead 2-1 in this series. Now, you can definitely tell that Viper is on the back foot here, because Viper's going for a comfort sieve. Almost subbing so I don't have to watch ads. Well, might lol, I really do appreciate any subscriptions. And of course, subbing will grant you the beautiful Ornlu wolf emote. But if you don't feel like it or are unable to financially, I completely understand. I will still love you. Wolf coming in for TheViper. Ornlu coming in hot. Yeah, or you could just use adblock. I use adblock. I don't care if other people use adblock. Ooh, feels bad, man. I have zero control over Twitch ads. But yeah, let's take a look at the maps of these players. This is not what you want to see if you are a Mayans player. Both stones forward. It'd make it a lot harder to get those plumed archers out comfortably. Oh yeah, hashtag sellout, hashtag sellout. Yeah, definitely not what you want to be seeing if you are TheViper. However, you do have a back gold that's perfectly safe. And you do have another little tertiary gold, 3-pile gold spot right there. And another one that's at least inside your wall, so it's not the end of the world for TheViper. It's not the worst map ever. And if you do get a castle up here defensively, then you do have access to all of these stones, no problem. So, not a great map, but certainly not the end of the world if you are TheViper. Meanwhile, if you look at TaToH's base, he does have a forward secondary gold, but at least, again, it's inside his walls. Again, deer that's inside his walls as well as a back gold, back stone, and 2 back stones. So yeah, definitely a better map for TaToH, but I still don't think it's like, you know, the end of the world for TheViper. How much do you earn from ads? $0.00. I earn nothing from ads. Twitch tells me that there's going to be like an ad, like, I don't know, like some sort of revenue share from ads coming soon, TM. But yeah, nothing has ever been announced on that front. So yeah, I earn nothing from ads. So, in that case, I really have zero incentive to tell people not to use ad block. But even if I did, I wouldn't care. But regardless, let's take a look at this matchup here. Like, on paper, Mayans, of course, are one of the best civilizations in all of Age of Conquerors, and the Saracens were considered one of the worst. But, you know, things have changed. We're in Wololo Kingdoms now. The Saracens have been buffed marginally, with their markets being cheaper. We'll see if that's enough. Maybe TaToH can get away with like a really crazy fast castle age. And of course, in the late game, Saracens will have the advantage over Mayans because Saracens have access to fully upgraded hussars, they have fully upgraded elite skirmishers, and they have access to siege onagers and hand cannoneers and mamelukes. Eagles take bonus damage from camel and halbs? Yeah. Wait, what? No, camels don't do bonus damage against eagles. +9 versus cavalry, +5 versus camels and ships, and if you have an Indian ally, +6 versus buildings. Yeah. But regardless, we do have same age up for both players, well, approximately the same time, but TaToH will be one villager ahead. Viper get Loom? Oh, well, he's Mayans, of course he did. But this is interesting. Viper is going for stone, but he's not going for the standard 28 population feudal age time that you normally see if you're going for a fast castle opening. This is odd. Going up on 24 population, nobody is mining gold, but of course he doesn't have anyone forward for towers. Meanwhile, we have a 25 population uptime for the Saracen player here, but I think that's a lot more likely that he's just going for a fast castle. Yeah. I think just using some good old-fashioned buying and selling, I think that TaToH will be going for aggressive monk play in the Castle Age, the good old smush. You know, remember the good old days when smush meant Saracen monk rush exclusively? Because that's what we're going to be seeing here. 25 feudal age, going to be 27 going to the Castle Age. But Viper will be actually the first to click up to the Castle Age, a very fast Castle Age time from him. And is he just going to send everyone to stone? And is he just going for a very fast castle play? Yeah, I mean, that's my thought as well, Granis. But of course, remember, TaToH and Viper know each other very well. And this is like so cookie-cutter Viper. Like, Viper playing Mayans and then going for a castle drop into Plumes is about as standard Viper as you get. So, TaToH might be doing something specifically to counter that. If not, I would be very surprised, because you see the Mayans pick coming out from Viper, he's down one game, and he's... You know, Viper's not used to being down games in series. Like, as, like, ridiculous as that sounds, Viper's not used to being behind. And of course, Viper is the, you know, type of player that has the tenacity to, you know, come back in a series, and he's only down one game, but still. Viper definitely falling back on the comfort play. No masterpiece troll strats right now. But yeah, also, again, the only thing that's sort of special about this Castle Age play is that it's so fast on 26 population. Viper's hitting Castle Age, and Town Center? No castle drop? Whoa, this is crazy. One Mayan slow working farm. No, he also has the berry villagers. But this is odd. Getting a second town center before castle? Meanwhile, we have... Wow. This is really interesting. Very fast Castle Age from our Saracen player TaToH, but he's just going for a straight-up boom. He's not doing any sort of aggression, which, on the one hand, I like versus the Mayans, because, as Grandis said in chat, you don't generally want to go for Monks in Siege versus Meso Civs, because, you know, Light Cav and... or, not Light Cav, Eagles kill that. But, you know, TaToH going with the 9,000 IQ play, he's going for a super fast Castle Age into just booming. And again, he has the back gold, he has 2 back stones. He can do this comfortably. But I still think the odd one is the Viper, because he went to the Castle Age even faster than TaToH. And it looks like he's doing 1 town center into a castle. Also, hi J-Red, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you will enjoy this series. Saracen late game is super strong? Yes. I'm not sure if you caught that in the beginning, Granis, but I talked about in the beginning how the Saracen late game is definitely much stronger than the Mayan late game. As Saracens are known for having one of the best late games in the entirety of Age of Empires. Unfortunately, Mamelukes aren't as not overpowered, but like, Mamelukes aren't as good as they used to be. Their firing rate is now slower, and they take that super bonus damage from Halbs. but they're still really strong. Saracens still have siege onagers, you know. Saracens have almost fully upgraded trash, only missing the halberdier, and they have access to gunpowder. And the good market, the Saracen market for trading. But yeah, kind of like in game number 2. If you guys remember in game number 2, Viper also went for a 3 town centers before castle, but like 3 town centers straight into a castle drop. It's I've never seen this strategy before, and Viper definitely, like, you know, he's consciously going for it. So we'll see if it works out for him. In theory, Plumes should do very well against Mamelukes, should TaToH choose to go for that, but that's certainly no guarantee. And TaToH's just getting a 4th town center, and I like this play, especially if he sees the castle coming down from the Viper. And I think he does. He sees this, you know, dirt area with these buildings. But yeah, I think just good old-fashioned defensive play with plumed archers, and yeah, definitely knows the castle's there now if he didn't before. And Viper still on the 3 town centers, so TaToH already taking a 5 villager lead right now, and again, I like TaToH's game plan more than the Viper's. He's just chillin'. He knows that he has the better late-game civilization. Also, welcome back, Aiden. Hopefully you will all enjoy the matches today. We see TaToH up 2-1 against the Viper right now, and it's not because Viper was trolling or anything. You know, TaToH has earnestly beaten Viper the last 2 games. And I think TaToH's in a good position in this game as well, so we got a series on our hands. Yeah, you know, I'm torn on who to, I guess, be supporting. Like, I guess as a caster, I'm supposed to be perfectly neutral, but, you know me. You got the genuine streamer here. We all have favorites and people we want to win or not win or whatever. But, at least as far as this matchup goes, TaToH's the underdog and has never had a major tournament victory. Never. Which is pretty amazing for a player of his caliber. So this would be pretty awesome if he wins this. But also, the Viper is my 2nd favorite player of all time behind TaToH. So, you know, I'm never that sad to see Viper win. Game 7 is a Slav War. He won Masters of Mega Random, but that wasn't a huge tournament, was it, Granis? Like, that didn't have the prize pool of this. Again, I could be wrong. But yeah, Viper definitely taking map control, because that is what these plumed archers are very good at. They are fast, they are ranged, and they can pick off monks with ease. So we will see no relics being able to be captured for Mr. TaToH. Slightly compensated for by the fact that he will have a villager advantage as well as the good market exchange rate. Not able to finish his berry bushes for some reason. I guess he's just afraid of the plumed archers. Now, University coming in from TaToH. He already has the Siege Workshop out. Actually, he doesn't have a monastery at all. So yeah, we will be seeing the Imperial Age from him very soon. Oh, pretty soon. As he's, you know, 16 villagers ahead of his opponent right now. Viper's still in the 3 town centers. We'll see if that will yield him a faster Imperial Age. It looks like Viper will be the first to click to the Imperial Age, but it will only be by, like, at most 30 seconds. So these players will be reaching the Imperial Age at about the same time, and in doing so, we will see Viper with all 5 relics on the one hand, but on the other hand, TaToH with way more villagers, probably around 30 by the Imperial Age, like when Imperial Age hits for both players, as well as having the good old market bonus for the Saracens, and on top of that, the Saracen late game, as we've been discussing, is just so powerful. So we'll see what Viper's plan is to stop that. Is Viper just going to be going for the mass plumed archers, or will we see an eagle transition? Yeah, like I said, about 20 seconds separating these players' Imperial Age times. Nothing huge. But we still don't see a sort of tech choice out from TaToH yet. He has a castle coming down. I want to see Saracen champions? Well, Saracens do have fully upgraded champions. I believe in Age of Kings, almost every single civilization has fully upgraded champions. The Persians don't, because they only have longswordsmen. But other than that, I think maybe Byzantines are the only ones who don't get fully upgraded champions in Age of Kings. Well, I guess the Frank ones lack squires, but that's not a big deal. Almost everyone gets fully upgraded champions. Like, I don't think any civilization in Age of Kings misses plate mail armor. But obviously the ensemble game designers thought that champions would see a lot more play than they actually do. Also, TaToH went up to 5 town centers. I didn't even notice that. He has such a huge villager lead over his opponent. And I think this game is going to go long enough where that huge villager lead will matter. And oh, is this going to be a big mangonel hit? That's a nice mangonel hit if you are TaToH. Not losing it as well. Mayan champion, best champion? No, I said Age of Kings, man. Mayans weren't in Age of Kings. It was only starting with the Conquerors expansion that they gave civs that... Like, they gave civs two-handed swordsmen, but not access to champions. Because in Age of Kings, every single civilization had champions, except for the Persians, who didn't even have two-handed swordsmen. But in Age of Conquerors, they added the Huns and the Mayans, both of which had access to two-handed swordsmen, but not the champion. And later, other civs would follow, like the Ethiopians and the Khmer. The scenarios featured a lot of swordsmen. Yeah, man. Lots of swordsmen. Oh, and Malay, of course. But, jumping back into the game after interesting meta discussions, we have onagers out for TaToH, and that's certainly something that you would expect to see versus a bunch of plumed archers. He will want that siege onager upgrade, because onagers, I do not believe, one-shot these plumed archers, especially once the elite upgrade comes in, so he will want to have multiple siege onagers. Goths actually don't have fully upgraded infantry. Come on, Might Lol. You gotta be a bit more obscure with your trivia than that. Everyone knows Goths don't have plate mail. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah. So Goths are gonna be the only civ in AOC that did not have plate mail. Onager now coming out from the Viper as well, interestingly enough. I'm not sure on this decision, because Saracens have access to both Siege Onager and Siege Engineers, so TaToH's Onagers have the potential to be a lot better than Vipers. However, from TaToH, we don't see any real military coming out. And here we are. Elite Mameluke, boys and girls. It's time. Everybody loves Mamelukes with their scimitars that they throw. Yeah, 160 vils for TaToH. He is just getting a huge freaking economy. Let's see what the market prices are, actually. Very good prices still if you are TaToH. Selling for food is 101 and selling wood is 84. So TaToH certainly has all the gold he could need. Yes, he's running out in the back of his base. He's already mined out his main gold and is about to mine out his secondary gold, but he has plenty of gold in the bank and can certainly sell for anything he might need in the meantime. And Siege Engineer almost done as well, and we're going to be seeing the classic Saracen post-imp combo of Elite Mamelukes plus Siege Onagers. Viper sending in a Plumed Archer to his own demise. This Plumed Archer is going to be, like, relaying back to the troops at home. Guys, we got, like, a ton of Siege Onagers and Elite Mamelukes coming at us, and they're almost fully upgraded. What should we do? TaToH can't win this? What are you talking about, Kranis? He's gonna have Siege Onager plus Elite Mameluke. Unless he gets, like, the world's worst Onager hits and loses all of them for free against these Onagers of Viper, I don't see how this is at all a bad position for TaToH. I certainly don't think it's over for Viper. But, that's really grouped up if you're those Onagers. But, good hits so far for TaToH. Pretty even, all things considered. 2 for 2, essentially. TaToH certainly has villagers to spare. He's got 161 villagers. He really does need to start losing villagers. You have a bad feeling about this? Are you Han Solo? Now we have Rams coming in for TaToH. Of course, Saracens do have access to fully upgraded siege rams, but kind of silly to build the siege workshops right in front of your opponent's trebuchets. Nice trades there, though, for TaToH. Kill the monk, please. TaToH, please. Well, we're gonna get the monk. Big fight happening. Viper with a very nice spread on these plumed archers, but will it be enough? The thing is, yes, Viper has over double the military of TaToH, but it's just in terms of quality of military, TaToH's military is just so much better. I think TaToH's #1 concern right now is just deal with these trebuchets, because you don't want to be losing castles. And then once the trebuchets are down, and you can keep your siege workshops alive, then you can start switching into more of the siege ram route. And once the siege rams come out, TaToH's just throwing away wood to these freaking siege workshops that keep dying. TaToH, just build the siege workshops right here. No reason not to. And honestly, TaToH's military is thinning a little bit, and Viper's castle's not dead yet, as we say on this channel. And I guess for what it's worth, these Mamelukes are not fully upgraded. They still are missing the blast furnace technology. Looks like the castle will go down with these next 2 trebuchet hits. So that's good for TaToH, but you don't want to just engage plumed archers with Mameluke straight up, because in terms of, like, cost efficiency, plumed archers are way better than Mamelukes in, like, a straight shootout. Oh, that's a nice siege onager hit, though. But Viper's micro is going to be way too good to be losing that many plumed archers to siege onagers. And remember, Viper has 5 relics, or wherever they are, all the way back here, so he's not going to lose them anytime soon. Oh, they're going to lose another siege onager right here is TaToH for free. Now the halbs are coming in. Remember, to nerf the Indians, FE decided to nerf the Saracens for some reason. And these halbs will do, I think, plus 54 damage or something obscene against these elite Mamelukes. So yeah, siege rams starting to come out for Mr. TaToH. Could have built these siege workshops in a significantly better location, but whatever. Better lose wood than stone? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh, the starting eagle for Viper still alive, poking away at these villagers. And of course, the Mayans, it certainly can be noted, have the longer-lasting resources, so that's even more inevitability that Viper has going for him. Hey, Gosu. Decent attack round there from Viper. Got another engagement happening here. Oh my god, that's a huge SO hit! Oh man, Viper just looking at the wrong location for 1 second, losing so many plumes. That's going to be slightly worth it for TaToH since these plumed archers are so cheap. That's still such a great SO hit. But we have another big fight happening here, and again, the sheer army size for Viper is way larger than TaToH's, and these Mamelukes are in front of the siege rams. That is not how you take this engagement, and Viper's winning this right now. I Aiden, I know. That's never ever make a single prediction or statement like that on stream. It's always gonna bite you in the ass. Siege rams coming in though, but they're just getting eaten alive by these halberdiers, and right now, Viper has all of the momentum. I mean, TaToH's gold income is very small right now. See what the market prices are at right now. Yeah, 29 selling food and 25 selling wood. And of course, Viper has the, all of the extra golds and stones on the side of the map, because he's had map control this entire game. But now TaToH's switching into trash. And honestly, with all of the gold that TaToH has spent, he really hasn't gotten a lot done with it. Like, yeah, he has a better KD, but it's not that much of a better KD. And TaToH's army is so much more expensive in the gold count. I mean, those are some nice SO to Onager hits for TaToH. But I think I'm just not 100% sold on the Elite Mameluke combo, or the Elite Mameluke choice. These guys are so expensive on the gold cost. 80 gold, I believe. And of course, Elite Mamelukes die to both Halberdiers and Plumed Archers. Well, here come these Halberdiers, and they're going to be eaten alive by all of these ranged units. But Viper can replace them. He has all the money he needs to. And the thing is, these army counts are starting to catch up. TaToH is now only about 15 military units behind the Viper. You know, if the fights are like this, these plumes are going to get massacred by the Mamelukes. I still would really like to see TaToH get that Blast Furnace upgrade, just to do that extra bit of damage. But here's the switch coming in from Viper, getting Arson, Eldorado, Eagle Warrior, and Iron Casting. TaToH, what are you doing with the Mamelukes and Skirmishers? Will these be some big Onager hits from either player? Decent for TaToH, but not that big a deal. These Skirmishers are not quite fully upgraded yet. But yeah, it looks like a ton of gold units being thrown away for TaToH, and slightly less gold units being thrown away from the Viper. Yeah, TaToH's just losing gold units left and right. He has this gold, he's almost out of this gold. But yeah, Viper's claimed all of the extra resources on the map. He's got gold for days, especially with the, 5 relics, rather. And he still has a ton of stone, too. So he can repair this castle for days as well. Point trader? What? I'm confused. I'm confused. Skirmishers versus Plumes. Obviously, Skirms do pretty well against Plumed Archers, as they don't take that much damage from them, and they do the extra bonus damage, but Plumes are still really tanky. Oh god, Gosu. Granis is not a point trader. Granis is definitely not a point trader. He's just bad. Like me. Okay, so TaToH getting Ring Archer armor and chemistry, so he will have these skirmishers fully upgraded, but wow, 4 Elite Eagle Warriors will be enough to potentially snipe a couple SOs. Yeah, there's 2 down. Will he get the 3rd? Yeah, 3 SOs killed for 4 Eagles. That's definitely the sort of trade you want if you are the Viper. Yeah, Gosu, I saw that game in question. I think you were... I would say it was a 70-30 that Granis was going to win that game. Like, I guess you could make the argument that if you still have a 30% chance of winning, that it's still worth it to play on. But, I don't know. I don't think it's that big a deal. Like, it's just one game. But now we have Cap Rams versus Siege Rams. But, like, I'm sorry for the lack of quality analysis there, but it's just really hard to say. And now we see TaToH sort of crawling his way back into this game. Where's Viper's army? He has the resources. Now he's making siege towers? What the hell? He invested so many resources into the Elite Eagle Warrior techs, but he really hasn't done much with them. And this is starting to remind me of the second game as well, where Viper invested a whole lot of techs into units that he really didn't have the ability to make that many of. Though, I don't like TaToH holding back here. TaToH needs to go if, like, he knows that Viper has 5 relics and he has all of the extra resources on the map. So, Viper has way more gold than TaToH as the game goes on. Why no light cav from blue? He is making light cav, might lol. Not that many though. One, because he doesn't really have the pop space for it. He's pretty much pop capped. Viper coming in with some sneaky Eagle Warriors here. Going in the wrong direction though. But another engagement happening right here. The Siege Onager did not die yet, and we'll get the juicy hit onto those 2 Trebs. Of course, once the Trebs die, their rocks don't do any damage, so that actually saved that castle right there. But this infrastructure is starting to be taken down by Viper, and this is still a very close game, all things considered. Tons of siege rams out for the Viper right now, and he still has a ton of plumed archers left as well. Hussar coming in for TaToH, and guilds coming in for the Viper. Just the longer this game goes on, I mean, I'm gonna keep beating this dead horse for the rest of this game, but Viper has the inevitability on his side with the 5 relics, plus the extra resources. Because this is all the gold that TaToH has left. And then once that's gone, essentially his gold is mined out. Whereas Viper still has all of this gold. And like these 2 gold piles haven't even really been mined yet. Oh, another big fight happening here. Race car siege rams trying to come in. Looks like this castle may fall from TaToH. That'd be a big blow to his defenses if that happens. And it will, 1000%. Yeah, okay. I was worried I was going to be wrong there for a second, but thankfully I wasn't. Now we see the military lead swing right back into the Viper's favor. And I wonder how much better TaToH would have done if these elite Mamelukes were hand cannoneers. Well, this fight's definitely a grind right now, but Viper has twice the military of his opponent, and he's just rallying all the troops to the front. And he's got the gold to blow on more Eagle Warriors. This is such a close game, but I think Viper has enough to sort of, you know, swarm his opponent down. This is... yeah, I don't know if TaToH can come back in this game. It's gonna... oh, you need a better SO hit than that. Yeah, I think Viper's done a really good job just kind of... like, forcing, TaToH out of this game. That was so poorly phrased, I'm sorry. Just Viper having all of the momentum here, and he's just not letting up this aggression. And TaToH just hasn't been getting the good trades he's needed, but Viper now finally letting up on the gas pedal. Viper, not much gold for him either, but he still has way more than TaToH, who is very much low on gold himself. And I'd say that things would be looking a lot better for TaToH if he had some kind of relics, but he doesn't. Or if potentially TaToH had gotten some of the extra resources on the map. But this map had 2 neutral golds, and Viper got them both. Here and here. But, regardless, TaToH trying to push out again, and he still has Siege Onagers. Oh, these Trebs are really exposed for the Viper. Maybe he'll lose one? Oh, so is the Siege Onager. Oh, rip that monk. TaToH only now starting to raid. This is, I think, a little late from him. I think the quick wall should be fine for Viper. Yeah, they'll be fine. So TaToH will have to swing all the way around underneath this castle if he wants to get in. Oh, and we see more SOs coming down for TaToH. Viper encroaching on the left side with Plumes, on the right side with Eagle Warriors, and since TaToH's army is essentially just trash and SOs, I think that will spell the end for TaToH this game, as his army is just getting mopped up right here. And yeah, that's going to be the GG. Well played from Viper. Tied series. Told you TaToH would not win this? I mean, I think that TaToH had some really bad trades. Like, you know, when you're playing that passively and, you know, booming up on 5 town centers, you need to get some really good trades with your super gold heavy army of Mamelukes and SOs. And TaToH was trading all right. Like, you know, he was getting a slightly better KD, like a +20 KD, but you need way